So here bringing you the brand new video today. We got some new card leaks coming out of Raging Tempest. This is the second early leaks. We have a Cryston Synchro monster as well as a few other cards here. So let's just get right into it. We have a new Fairy Tale, by the way, and I'm actually really excited for this one. So the first card here is Cryston Glyon Gander. It is a level 9 water machine type synchro effect monster with 3,000 attack and 3,000 defense. The requirements are 2 or more tuner monsters plus 1 or more non-tuners monsters. So standard Cryston's requirements. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard equal to the number of synchro materials used to synchro summon this card and then banish those targets. Unfortunately this targets, but it's okay because it's in their graveyard or they control, so you can basically just banish cards on their field. So it's really good. If this synchro summon card is destroyed by a battle or a card effect, you can target one banished monster except this card, special summon that monster. So also, it doesn't specifically target necessarily say yours, so you can banish your opponent's monster and then special summon it to your side of the field. So it's pretty good. It's kind of like a miniature. It's kind of like a worse number 11 Big Eye. It's kind of yeah, it's kind of what that is. So, I mean, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good card. And this is Lawnmowing Next Door. This is a really funny card. It's a normal spell card. If there are more cards in your deck than your opponent's deck, send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard until the size is it's the same size as your opponent. So this is actually a funny card. It's an interesting card. I'm not sure what implications this is going to have, but I think this card might actually see some amount of play in certain decks. It might see some play actually in Spirals, believe it or not. But I don't think this card's a very good card overall, but it's a very interesting card. I guess they have to keep filling out with some cards that we haven't really seen before. And effects like this, we don't really have an effect like this actually, so it's a good card. It's a good card in that aspect. So next we have Terminal World Next. Now if you don't know what this card is, if you don't remember what Terminal World is it's based off the Dual Terminal 3 set. So this one might actually so Raging Tempest is going to be the concluding set for Dual Terminal 3. So we might actually receive some more Dual Terminal stuff in the future, like Dual Terminal 4 stuff, so we'll see how that goes. So it only has one effect, but we'll get around to it. It's a continuous spell card. Activate if you control no other cards and your opponent controls 3 or less monsters and 3 or less spell and trap cards. So the activation requirement is pretty obscene. Neither player can control more than 3 card monsters. Also, neither player can control 3 more spell and trap cards. So if you're the one playing this card, you can only play 2 more spell and trap cards, and you can only have 3 monsters on the field. So I mean, I'm not sure how good this card will be. It's a very interesting card. But like I said, it's kind of like what this card is. We don't have effects exactly like this before. We haven't seen cards like these before, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good in that aspect. So this card is Fairy Tale Cinderella. So it's kind of official that fairy tales are their own archetype at this point, because we're getting another one as soon as Invasion of Venom comes out. But this is let's talk about this one. It is a level 4 spellcaster effect monster with 1,850 attack, 1,000 defense. Kind of standard stuff for the fairy tales at this point. I think all of them up until now have been 1,850 and 1,000 defense. So it's a pretty good standard stat line. It's a pretty good stat line. So the first effect is monsters on the field cannot be targeted by the effects of spell cards except this one. I'm not sure how good this effect is considering the second effect, which is once per turn you can discard 1 card and equip one equip spell card from your hand, deck, or graveyard to this card, and then return it to your hand when it's during the end phase. So I'm not sure how good this is. However, it is pretty interesting to see that you could play United. You could just set when United we stand on it, and I guess it's okay. I'm not really sure where this is going to lie. This actually seems a bit more fitting in Mortronic decks, ironically enough, who play a lot of equip spells anyway. But I don't think this is a very particularly great card. However, the first effect is actually really good. Making it to where your opponent can't target it with spell cards. It's not terrible. It could be a lot better, but overall, it's a very good card. It's a very interesting card. Like I said, these cards, the these 3 cards are introducing mechanics that we haven't seen before. And this one's just an addition to an archetype, which is good because I like to see archetypes get support, even if it's not that great. So yeah, anyway guys, tell me what you guys think about these leaks in the comment section down below. I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Team Monofos signing out.